Joining me on the show today is Dr. Ben Carson, former Secretary of Housing and Urban Development for the Trump administration and now the Faith Chairman for the Trump campaign. Dr. Carson, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Delighted to be with you. Thank you.
Dr. Carson, I want to first get your take on former President Donald Trump's performance in Tuesday night's presidential debate.
I thought he acted very much like Donald Trump. Nothing new or surprising there. Quite frankly. I was pleased to see that he really hit on some of the important topics like foreign policy and our relationship with China, as well as the economy, and those obviously are very strong areas for him.
Dr. Carson, to your point of saying that you feel that Donald Trump was Donald Trump on the debate stage, Republicans have both criticized as well as distanced themselves from Trump's debate performance. Some Republicans have argued it was a missed opportunity that the former president turned to conspiracy theories instead of defining the vice president's record. Others have said his performance was a disaster. Do you agree with those claims that Trump had a poor debate performance last Tuesday night?
Not in the slightest. I thought his debate performance was very typical of debate performances and public speaking that he does. It was nothing new and different than what he normally does. And his preparation for the debate was doing what he normally does, going out speaking to people, doing interviews, not hiding from putting your views out there. And that's what he did. Is he sometimes coarse or a little rough in the way that things are presented? Yes, but that's who he is.
And do you think that there was a clear winner from the debate? A lot of people have argued that Vice President Harris performed better than Donald Trump.
I don't think that the debate moved anybody in one way or the other. The people who like Harris still like her. The people who like Trump still like him. It's really the problem with our debate system. Debate should be between the two individuals. They should be able to ask each other questions. They should be able to talk to each other. They should be able to discuss their philosophies and their differences. They should be able to push each other when they don't answer the question. That would be a real debate. That would be really worth watching.
Dr. Carson, post-debate, former President Donald Trump refused to commit to a second debate against Vice President Harris. In May and August, we saw Trump was adamant about pushing for 2 additional debates against Harris. Why do you think the former president is changing his rhetoric now?
I suspect he might have felt a little bit ambushed because it was 3 against 1. But I think he can probably negotiate a more neutral setting or something like what I discussed where they actually talk to each other. That, of course, would be extremely useful.
I want to briefly go back to former President Donald Trump's false claims on immigrants eating pets. The former president still claims he won the 2020 presidential election. Trump also evaded questions on whether he would veto a national abortion ban. Do you think this could affect his support among voters in any way, specifically among his base?
I doubt that it'll affect the base. There have been, as you probably know, some sampling done among independents, and they have moved in the direction of President Trump, interestingly enough, despite the animal eating comments.
Former Secretary of Housing and Urban Development for the Trump administration and the now Faith Chairman for the Trump campaign, Dr. Ben Carson, thank you so much for joining us today.
A pleasure. Thank you so much.